What's up, everybody, and welcome back to some more of our Rimworld Zombie Survival scenario. Joining our task force once again. Going to be a pretty busy episode ahead of ourselves. We've got a lot to get accomplished. Most importantly, the episode that we finally get ourselves our first farm, our first food sources set up, the food sources that are hopefully going to carry us through the winter that is well on its way. We've got some decent food in here now, and honestly probably enough to get us through the first few winter months, but if we don't bring in a little bit more rice and a little bit more potatoes, we may find ourselves at a bit of a food shortage. I know there's some pemmican and other things across the map, and we might be able to skirt through our first winter if for some reason we don't get a harvest in, but I think we've got given ourselves a lot of time to be able to do that, so we're going to go ahead and set that up now. Now with the farm here, I've actually laid it out off camera. I like things to be aesthetically pleasing, so for those of you who may have never been to my channel before, maybe never watched me play Rimworld, I do like to spend a lot of time off camera laying things out, measuring things out, and setting things up to make them look somewhat nice. I do understand that the things that I do may not always be the most efficient way or even the proper way to do things, but bear with me because I do have that itch to make my bases organized and just make them look really nice, so you're going to have to bear with that if that's something that you struggle with. Alright, so let me show you guys here what I did. Here in the beginning, I've gone ahead and laid out nice little cells here for 8x9 farm plots, and we've got 6 of those right now. I've also built a little area here to the side that you can see the builder bots are working on. This is kind of just going to be where our cow and bull hang out, and maybe potential future cow and bulls. So I guess a little bit of a barn for our agricultural area of the base. I think it's going to work out really well. So like I said, 6 farm plots. We're probably only going to plant 4 of them right now, and then the other 2, I might plant them or I might decide something else. I might even break some of these down into smaller farm plots for things we don't really need 8x9 grids for. As of now, I'm thinking probably 3 plots for rice and 1 for potato, then maybe 1 for corn, and then we split this up over here and we do something like maybe some herbal medicine and maybe something else, strawberries or something of the nature. But it looks like we've actually got 2 things going on right now: a cargo pod with apparel and a quest for the hunted countess. Now this is pretty cool because Randy Random has for the most part been silent throughout the last few episodes, which was kind of a shock to me, but it looks like we're finally going to have something interesting going on. We'll take a look at those in a second, but I just want to catch you guys up to speed on just a few of the small things I did. I went ahead and set this to be deconstructed, so that's ready to go. You guys were kind enough to point out in the comment of the video of the last episode, I never set these to be allowed, so I went ahead and did that. So our rooms, or at least our temporary rooms, are looking pretty nice, and our calendar should be pretty happy about that. Eventually, we are going to move the rooms around, but it'll be a little bit of time before we do that, because I want to get maybe a different freezer area set up so we can move our freezer here. We are currently researching solar panels, and we're continuing that. Once that's done, I'll probably go ahead and deconstruct this solar panel and construct a few solar panels maybe down on this road here to get us by. The other thing is I did queue this to be walled off because that's actually going to secure this area for us, so I figure why not grab the extra land now? We're probably going to be able to expand into it in the future. And then I queued up a few things to be hauled across the map, but nothing super significant to show off. And I did set a few animals to be hunted because I do want to get some more food coming in here. And these animals are actually sick anyways. I think they're dying from malnutrition or something like that, even though there seems to be some food laying around here. I'd like to go ahead and get them brought back either way. And I'm actually going around and kind of queuing up to haul some of this food back because we'll be able to make kibble for our cows here with that. And I think that's going to be important. I do want to set up a small field here for the cows to be able to eat. Some of you guys mentioned putting a growing zone in with, I believe, rice or even hay grass. Maybe it was hay grass. I can't remember now. I thought somebody said a 3x3 or something of rice. But why don't we just do a nice little 4x4 area here, and we'll even till that. And that's a mod actually you can get for tilled soil. Just kind of makes it look nicer. I think it gives it a fertility bonus as well. Might be a little cheesy or maybe not. I don't know. But I'm just going to go for it anyways. So the builder bot will go ahead and start getting that tilled. It'll make it look nice and clean. And we'll set this grow zone up for, you know, I think hay grass would be nice. I think it'll grow fairly easy here. And the cows should actually go ahead and eat that without any issues. I see right now they're both actually getting pretty hungry. And the kitchen bot, he's off right now. He'll actually till that. And this is one thing that somebody pointed out that I completely forgot, was that the kitchen bots not only cook, but they also plant. So we're not going to be selling these kitchen bots because we're probably going to be using them, at least the extra one I got here. I thought there was one more, but at least that extra one I've got there is going to be getting used. There's also a hole or two here that hasn't been placed yet, and I'm getting worried. I can't remember where I found him, and I tried to look around earlier, but I couldn't find it. And I was almost sure that the reason he's not being placed is because I probably forgot to allow him as well. I'm not going around and allowing all of the items because I want to prioritize the items that I think are most important, such as Glitter World Medicine and that Psi Trainer. Definitely Glitter World Medicine for sure. What is this? Orbital EMP, we'll grab that as well. I've actually used those before. They do come in handy when fighting mechanoids. Alright, but aside from that, I do see a bunch more Glitter World Medicine and everything being hauled, so we've got plenty of that, some stuff up here. Yeah, so I think we're all set. There is another builder here, which I guess we could just go ahead and grab. I've been putting the builders off over here, and I guess I'll just go ahead and grab more of them and put him there. Yeah, I really don't remember where that hauler bot was. That's okay, I'll find him at some point. I'm sure he's kicking around. Maybe if I did actually allow him, he might just show up anyways. So we'll just deal with that. Alright, we've got a couple animals. Lots of animals on the map, and they are still fighting with the zombies. Up to 191 zombies now. The zombie count staying fairly low, but not that bad. Let's take a look now at these two things that have come up. One was a cargo pod with a bearskin parka. Kind of neat, but I think we'll go ahead and let it pass. It's really not going to help us. The next thing is a quest available for the hunted countess. So I believe that this is part of the actual quest system in the game that leads you down being allies with, well, it's basically part of the Royal DLC, allies with the Empire. And so her guards were killed in an ambush. She escaped and is now being followed by a man-hunting guinea pig. She wants you to keep her safe at last hope for a few hours until her shuttle can come pick her up. She will bestow 8 honor on whoever accepts this quest. This is enough honor to receive the royal title of Yaman and all benefits that come with it, including the first level of psychic powers. Okay, so something interesting about this. A lot of the games I've actually played, and especially the zombie survival games I've played, I've never really gone along with the Empire scenario. Primarily because it's just a pain, because it ends up pretty much enabling one of your colonists, or I should say, making one of your colonists pretty much useless as they progress through the honor system. But I do know that there's a couple of really unique things you can get with this that might actually help us out with the zombie. Even having just the honor and the favor with the Empire here, some goodwill, and having them visit us to trade or just coming in with guards to do various things on the map would create a nice situation for zombies to be cleared across the map. Oh, look at these zombies on the move over here, following this tank zombie. Hopefully he don't find his way over here. So I do actually think I'm going to accept this, and I think I'm going to do it. Now, the next question is, who do we actually put on this? Everybody's pretty important, but Lord is probably the least important out of all of them. No offense, Lord, but other than being a good shot and good with animals, he really doesn't have a whole lot of other stuff he can do. So he's probably my best bet. Everybody else would pretty much cripple me. And honestly, we don't have to continue progressing with this. If we decide that we don't want to do it, we can always just kind of back out of it and just not keep progressing it. But for now, I just want to try something different that I've never really tried before. So we are going to give it a shot, and we're going to do that with Lord. So Lord is incapable of social tasks. Are great in need of social skills. So if Lord gains a title, she may have a difficult time, and other counts might be more socially adept. Interesting, interesting. Huh. You know what? I'm going to let it go through anyways. So we've got this temporary colonist here who's currently fleeing, not going to be with us for too long. Did you come with a weapon? Did you come with anything to help you? You did not. Can you haul? I doubt you can. So whether or not this person's even going to make it to us, that's probably the next big question. Going to extract zombie serum right now, so I'm going to go ahead and draft them and just send them up to here. They should avoid the zombies by themselves fairly well. I guess we'll just see how that goes. The creature chasing, what was it here? Nosdus? I'm sorry about that. My dog here is in the room with me. She has to be locked in the room with me today, and she's a little flustered, I think. I can't even... Nosdus. I'm not even sure what that is. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. I'm sure I'm definitely saying it wrong. Okay, so builder bots are still hauling around. They did get this wall constructed, which is good. Couple more. Kitchen bot is staying busy, and there is the man hunting guinea pig. I don't think it's going to make it past the zombies. Oh, okay. Obviously, this did not go as intended, but no matter. Still managed to fight off the zombies. And only left with a few scratches, no bites, which means we shouldn't have to worry about any infection. Even if we did, they just would go back to the Empire, bring the infection with them, and then the Empire would probably fall to the zombies. Nothing really to worry too much about. All right, so we'll try to travel on through here. And whilst we're bringing our character back, I will go ahead and answer a question that somebody had, or a couple of you have asked in the comment section. And that question is, why am I not playing the game on a faster speed? That's a great question. Look at the size of this map. Look at all the items on the map. It's very, very difficult to play this game on a faster speed, at least with this many assets on the map. It's honestly amazing. Some people in the comments have applauded my computer's ability to be able to generate this because their computers literally just bog down as soon as they put stuff up like this up. I mean, this is almost twice the size of the regular Rimworld map. And then you throw in all the additional assets, the zombies, the items, all of the animals on the map right now that are moving around, which I was not expecting, but here they are. And that's adding a lot of extra processing power. So let me show you guys exactly what happens when I speed the game up. So it looks like it's going faster, but you can see now it's getting choppy. Believe it or not, it'll actually start to slow down, and it'll get slower and slower. So that's something you got to worry about when you're trying to deal with that. There's also one other additional thing that I like to point out. Looks like that was a success. And that is that there's a bug with Zombieland that has yet to be fixed, and the bug has been around for a very long time. And what that bug is that if you are playing on a faster speed, the zombies won't actually move. They won't actually move their normal speed, but at a faster rate. They will move faster than what they should be moving. They actually get a speed bonus in a faster speed. Let me see if I can show you. It'll be kind of hard to show, but you can see these zombies here moving around a bit. If I put it on 2, well, you're not going to be able to see it unless I actually... At some point, if a countess is being chased by a zombie, I'll try and show it off. But yeah, basically what happens is the zombies will move way faster than they should be able to move, and that is a bug. And they will catch up to your colonists, and they will bite them or kill them. And the developer is well aware of the bug, and he has yet to be able to find a fix for it, unfortunately. So we've all just had to put up with it. No big deal, though. That's one out of the 2 reasons why I prefer to play the game on a slower setting. All right, so we're still trying to tame a goose here. A couple geese, maybe get them in the colony, but I don't know if it makes sense now. I think I'm going to just go ahead and have Lord not do that. And the reason for it is because I have just kind of changed my mind thinking about it. I think I'd rather take Lord and do a little bit more exploring. I think that's more important than getting some geese in the colony. I've got some marine armor here. The shuttle has already arrived. Luckily, right in the center. Well, luckily or not luckily, right in the center of the base. All right, yeah, that's probably the best spot it could have spawned. And we'll send our character here into the shuttle, which will complete that quest. Oh, we got some milk. How are we doing here? So, a little low on food. Let's go ahead and set up a stockpile zone for some food that our cows can eat until we figure something else out. We'll just go right into here, basically clear all. And for food, I guess we could use, I don't have any kibble. We could make some kibble, so why don't we do that and then use the kibble. Oh wait, actually there is some kibble here, so we'll go ahead and put that in there, and I'll I'll have some more kibble made up here at some point. And then it looks like we've got pretty much all the floor torn out. So let's lay out our growing zones now. We'll actually do the till here. So we're going to do these 4 growing zones. 8 by 9. And I guess we'll just go ahead and do all 5 of them. It doesn't hurt, and we're definitely going to need the food. Although I said this one I'm going to probably do a little bit different. Probably just I haven't actually thought this one through, but probably just split them like that. And have 2 smaller growing zones. This one actually could probably be the same thing if I didn't think I needed one big one. I guess it depends on what I'm going to grow. We're definitely doing rice and a little bit of potatoes. We could do strawberries. We need cotton as well. The drugs, if we decide to venture down that route, will go be something completely different. Alright, yeah, so we could do some heel roots, some strawberries. How about a field of cotton? Or we'll do 2 fields of cotton, and we can cycle these fields around, and then we'll do our 3 fields of rice and our 1 field of potatoes. And then how about the grow zone in here? We make a little bit bigger than for hay grass for kibble. I like that. That seems like a good idea. All right. And we've finished our research in solar panels. Excellent. So now we can go ahead and set a few more of those up so we can deal with power. Where do we want to progress next? I haven't really thought a whole lot about it, but I do think carpet making wouldn't be a bad idea, because if I do decide to lay out the bedrooms differently, then we'll have the ability to put some nice carpets down in those. Obviously, there's also a few other things we need, like microelectronics and everything. I did grab an AI core for a free research. Maybe we want to use that. Did I actually get it hauled back? Is probably the question, though. I've got another kitchen bot here. We will probably get these planted at some point. I might find a little station to put the kitchen bots in. It's not the Persona core. That's for finishing the game. I could have swore I had the AI core brought back. But obviously that's a no, because I'm not seeing it in there. If I found it, I probably allowed it, so it should find its way back at some point. Oh, I forgot I got Lord searching as well. Where is he? Okay, let's have him look. He's in a great mood, so he can finish doing that real quick while they keep tilling the soil back there and getting all of that set up. I want to see if there's anything else we can find on the map that might be useful. So you can see the game already slowing down a little bit just because of the rain. There's probably a fire burning someplace. I mean, it does make a significant difference. All right, what do we got here? Because I already see we got a few things that look pretty nice. A Gauss Lance. I definitely would like to have that hauled back. Tons of food. We can't go wrong with that, so we'll let the hauling bots get that back. Cataphract helmet for sure. All of that stuff. We've got a goose here, which I'm going to have hauled back. Another Persona core and a cleaner and a couple crafter stations, robotic matrix. I'm not going to haul those bots back, actually. We'll just let that go for now. 2 infinite chem reactors. I do got to eventually go around and harvest all of those so I can set up a nice little infinite chem reactor factory. I haven't decided where I want to put that yet, but I got a couple ideas. It's going to give us all of our chem fuel for mortar shells and such. You know what? I'm surprised. I'm surprised we have not had a raid yet. We've actually, Randy's been very, very kind to us in terms of not hitting us with a raid. of any sorts. And I'm not too worried because I think the first raid we get anyways is going to be... Oh, forgot to send that off. I think the first raid we get is not going to be too bad. Alright, so the quest has been completed. Let's see if this opened anything up for us. So the Empire of Nabosa is ready to grant Lord the title of Yaman and the power of a level 1 side link in a bestowing ceremony. The bestower will arrive by shuttle and perform the ceremony. He will only give a title if any throne room requirements are satisfied. You can betray the bestower to steal side link neuroformers, but this will make Empire of Nabosos your enemy. If you miss or fail the ceremony, there will be another opportunity later. If the bestower or guards are harmed for any reason, there will be diplomatic consequences. Oh. So he gains the side link after that, so we actually don't get it. So right now he's just a freeholder. Freeholder? How about freeloader? Haha. Sorry. Okay, so... Come on, Lord. All right, so nothing there. All right, let's send Lord home so he can come back, get a little bit of food in his stomach. Look at those farms. Come on, guys. You got to admit that the tilled mod just makes things look so much better, right? All right, we'll go ahead and set the growing zones up while they get the rest of this stuff done. We know we want 2, 3, 4 growing zones, 5, and this is going to be rice. And more rice. There we go. And 1 set of potatoes. Off over here, I'd like to do 2 fields of cotton. I'm keeping it split for now because I might just do 1 field of cotton once I end up getting... I'm just going to pause it real quick so I can wrap this up. I might end up doing just 1 field of cotton, depending on how much cotton I end up needing later on. I probably won't need a whole lot, but in the beginning, I think I'd like to use it. And then over here, we'll do just some strawberries, because why not? And some heel root. I think we've got somebody who could do heel root. If not, this kitchen bot should definitely be able to do heel root, so that shouldn't be a problem. Nobody has hauled the kibble yet, and that is because I have not set this stockpile up to actually be of critical importance, so that's my fault. I'm sure a lot of you guys were noticing that. Well, there you go. The problem has been fixed. All right, let's just have a few things cleaned up around the base now that things are coming together. I do want to start deconstructing a couple things on our stockpile, actually, because I do want to get stuff moved out of this stockpile to this one. It is going to require me to move the freezer, fridge setup, various things like that. So I'll have to think that through exactly how I want to do it. Look at everybody helping with the plan. That's great. And I think I do want to set up a couple of paths here so our characters will walk faster between the farms. I don't know yet what we're going to build the road out of. A material that we probably have a lot of, but we're not using for much. I know we're using granite blocks for the exterior walls. That's fine. I want to use marble blocks for the interior walls. Somebody suggested it to me. And marble blocks are actually one of the only block walls that have a beauty value, so they'll be perfect for interior walls, especially because of their protection. So I think the slate blocks would actually make pretty nice pathways. We're also going to have a lot of sandstone blocks, which could also make nice pathways. We could actually do the sandstone, like the sandstone flagstone. That would look really nice. I do like slate flagstone a little bit better, but like I said, once again, we're going to have a ton of sandstone. So the sandstone flagstone's probably our best option if we want to just fill all that in, but we won't do it just yet. Because it's not a big priority right now. We did select the next research. I don't even think I kind of talked a bit about it, and then I didn't select it. So let's definitely pick up carpet making, I guess. That should be a pretty quick research. We'll get that, and then we'll probably move right down to smithing. I know the bedrooms are definitely going to be coming up here in a bit. I do want to get everything, I think, gutted out of here. And then I do want to start getting weapons hauled back. We talked a little bit, oh, we got some food in here. We talked a little bit about getting weapons brought back into the base in the comment section. People were suggesting it. It's not a bad idea. because the weapons can be sold, we can get some silver out of it, but a lot of the weapons could be used, especially if we end up getting more recruits, although it's pretty hard to get recruits in the zombie scenario, so I never hold my breath on it. It kind of is what it is. All right, looks like Lord's doing a little bit of hunting. He's bringing some meat back, so the kitchen bot can go ahead and butcher all of that. And how are we on silver, actually? We've got 1,700 right now, so if a trader is to come along, maybe we'll use that. There is a comms console here, and if I do connect it to my base, I could actually communicate with a couple of traders if I get some orbital trade beacons set up. I don't see any other comms consoles close by that are going to work for us, so that is probably my best bet. Also, I am realizing that I probably should go ahead and maybe deconstruct into this room here so I can also set this up as being part of the work zone. And we can start getting a couple of materials hauled out of here and brought into the base. I might even deconstruct a lot of this steel here. And then a couple monuments and such that we can use. All right, No Name's getting some planting done. I'm going to take the steel wall down. Yeah, so this comms console is probably our best bet until we can make our own comms console if we want to get some early trading in. So why don't we go ahead and do that? The comms console is currently in the process of already getting power, and it'll probably be fine for a bit. So why don't we just set up our, or if we can find one, we can move an orbital trade beacon. Oh, there's a comms console there though. I guess either one. We'll just claim them both. That one might work better because I actually walled this off and I'm thinking about claiming this as part of our base. I'm not going to do it now. I'll work on that another time. It's not super priority just yet. But there should be orbital trade beacons kicking around if I look hard enough. Then I won't have to build them. I don't even think I can build them right now, or maybe I can. I doubt it, now that I think about it. I think that that's a research. It might be under microelectronics. It is. So we're not going to be able to build it, so we'll have to find one. Here we go. We've got one right here. We can claim that and reinstall it in this room. Right on top of that bow's probably our best bet. That'll take up everything there. If I want to be able to take stuff from other parts of the stockpiles, I'll have to find some more orbital trade beacons. I know they're here. There's definitely got to be one up here. And then I actually saw this here. I think this is a tech-proof sub. Instantly for free, can only be used once. Okay, perfect. So we'll take that. I'll also take these side trainers, and I better start collecting some of these tech prints as well and getting them used, because that's going to come in handy. In fact, Dr. Phil here is coming to research now, but let's go ahead and just have him apply the tech prints so we can get that done. If I can have him do all of them, that would be great. And he'll get a slight experience bonus with that, which will help us out as well. Yeah, I am not seeing any more orbital trade beacons right now, but like I said, I know they're floating around, so when we spot one, we'll snag it up and get it installed as soon as possible. The comms consoles are going down right now anyways. They just don't have any power. The grid's kind of failing. Do we have any fires or anything on the map? Things are looking pretty calm. We've got the rain right now, and it's been raining for quite some time, so we haven't had to worry too much about it. And the rice is already 12% grown, which is good. I'm going to have to start thinking about what I want to do in the wintertime when our food starts dying off. All right, so poor Ark here, he already got himself a little bit of food poisoning, no matter there. The harpist cord, I don't think I actually allowed that, which is why they haven't installed it yet. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. So, yep, there we go. At this point, I'm trying to keep an eye on it. It's very easy to get distracted with that, so I've got to be careful. I guess we'll go ahead and get some of this food hauled back in that might go bad. Especially now that we're in a position to do that, because I see the hauling bots are somewhat slowing down. And wherever this hauling station is, I definitely didn't allow it, and it's the reason we don't have it. So I guess it is what it is. Let's go ahead and have some of these stuff in here deconstructed that we hauled in as well. We already got a poker table, so we could deconstruct that one, especially because it's normal, so nothing worth keeping. And some of the other stuff in here. I just want to keep trying to make a little bit of room in this stockpile for more items to move, because we're going to be moving that stockpile there. I got to decide now at this point what building I want to start gutting first. I think I want to go ahead and claim this and uninstall it so we can store it. But these stockpiles are already getting pretty full. Alright, we've got the cataphract armor. Tech print already good. I think we've got to get 2 of those to be able to actually get cataphract armor. And we don't have to worry too much about it, because that's way down here and a long ways off. Alright, so I think we'll get one of these buildings gutted. I guess it depends on whichever way I'm going to expand the base. Let me zoom out and see. I think this way and up into this building makes the most sense. This building as well could eventually be torn down. But yeah, I think we could start going ahead and getting everything in this area hauled out and deconstructed so that we can use it. There's another orbital trade beacon. I told you guys we would find one. Let's go ahead and put this one inside this area for now until we can find a new location for it. For the stockpile, that is. And then all of these lights here we're going to deconstruct for the resources. We do have a marble billiards table, which I'm actually going to go ahead and have uninstalled, so I can reinstall it someplace that could probably come in handy. All of the furniture getting deconstructed, and then we'll go ahead and, well, I guess we're not going to use this comms console. We'll end up using the other one if we're going to use one. We'll deconstruct this one so I can take the roof off this building and start converting it to an area that is going to be used for the base, and most importantly, just gutting it for resources. All right, so granite wall. I do also want to start replacing some of our exterior walls with granite walls. We talked a little bit about this in the past. There's a couple areas that kind of stand out to me. If we do end up moving the granite wall up to here, which somebody had mentioned, we probably will do that. Excuse me, then I won't have to do this steel wall here, so that don't really have to be replaced. Walls that definitely aren't going to move for a while, these walls here, so we probably should replace these with granites, and we've got a nice mod that can actually do that. So we'll go ahead and replace. Now it's just a matter of finding it. Right there, granite blocks. And we'll do this here, and that's about as far as I think we're going to get with the wall, because I don't have any more granite. Granite seems to be the really hard thing to find for us right now. So maybe granite isn't even ideal, even though it's what I've been using. Granite's probably not ideal. I might have to think that through a little bit, guys, and come back with you on that one. I originally wanted to use the granite. We did have a lot of it. We've still got 340 granite blocks, but I just don't see a whole lot of walls. I see limestone and I see sandstone, a lot of limestone, but I don't see a lot of granite walls or granite areas to get granite blocks from. Even if we were to mine some of these areas, it's mostly slate and marble. Yeah, I think that we're going to probably switch to limestone. The bad news is, well, there actually is no bad news. The good news is most of this is limestone already here, so it works out well. I guess the bad news would be we already built this with granite, but I already mentioned that we're going to probably be tearing it down to expand the base into these outer areas just because we could certainly use the space, especially when we start putting down solar panels and such. So there really is no bad news. I guess we could just go right ahead to using limestone. Now, we actually don't have a whole lot of limestone, which is funny, but there is a lot of it on the map, so we could probably go ahead and start tearing some different areas down to get that. We're not going to get any limestone out of this building, or even this building, but there's areas that have it, so I know that I can get it, and it's not going to be a problem. If that changes, then I will let you guys know, because we are at the end of this episode here. I'm going to do a few things off camera. Again, I'm going to start laying out some bedrooms and everything. We've got another busy episode next time because it's going to be probably getting the kitchen built, getting a storage room for all of food and everything. So a kitchen, a refrigerator. Maybe talking a little bit about how we want to lay out the new dining room and rec area, because obviously this isn't going to be permanent. I do want to get this storage area moved in with these items, so that way I've got one storage pile with everything in it, and I got to kind of decide where I want to put that. I usually like to go somewhere central of the base. This would actually be an ideal location, but it does require me to move a lot. So maybe deconstructing an area. I don't know, we got a couple of different ways to approach it. But the base is looking good. I love the new farm area. Nonetheless, it's very, very nice. I'm leaving out this area here because I am going to zone all of this for pathing at some point. So we'll have some nice pathing and everything. And then we can build some solar panels. So maybe we'll go ahead and do that in the next one too. So like I said, busy episode. We'll see if Randy decides to throw anything at us in the next one. Thank you all for joining me. Hope that you've enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you next time.